Okay guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you moves that every Fortnite player should know. No, it doesn't matter if you're a zero build player, a builds player, a reload player, or whatever. As long as you know these moves, anytime your friends want to play builds, or anytime you want to play builds yourself, you can know these moves, so you won't be helpless when someone's shooting at you and you have your zero build skill. So the first move every person who plays Fortnite should know is 90s. It's the most simple way to get up. And there's 4 steps on the first 90, and then the rest of the 90s are like 3 steps. And it only takes 4 builds for 90s, but it could also take 2. So the first one is ramp, wall, which is, yes, I'm gonna count that as 1 step, floor, and then ramp. And then just keep doing that. It's that simple. And pros to this day still use that technique. It gets height very fast, but obviously don't 90 too high, or else if you fall or if the person breaks their 90 or the ramp, then you'll die of fall damage. So that's why I don't make it too high. Another 90 you could do is the cheap 90, which only takes 2 steps. Ramp and floor. Now obviously it doesn't provide side protection, which is what most people need in a 90, because, well, that's what everyone needs for a 90. They need at least a bit of protection. And the only protection these 90s do is they give you front protection. And like half of, so technically 2 sides are protected, because like half of this side, half of this side, and all of this side. So yeah, technically only 2 sides are protected, versus, meanwhile, if you do this, 1.5 sides are protected. I know, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, you could also use 90s to like make surge towers or stuff like that, so that's another thing you can do with 90s. And now the next move on this list is the box up. It's a move you use if you're low, like if you need to heal but there's no like trees to cover you, and you kind of need like heals. So what you do is you first put a wall in front and do this and then do that. Now it would only take 5 builds, but we're gonna do this just in case like you're somewhere without stuff like that. And then you could just like heal, and you could do it even too if you get shot, but depending on where you're shot from is where you ramp up first. Like if I was shot from there, I would do this and then this and then this and then this and then this. Now this only takes 6 builds, but it could be 8 builds if you do something like do this. And at the end, I'll do everything all of these moves in controller to prove that you can still do them. Anyways, the next move has 1 build and 1 edit, and it takes 2 steps, I guess. It's ramp, it's single edits. Now they're good for getting height and having like at least a little bit of protection. And eventually, over time, you could learn how to quad edit, triple edit, double edit. This is just the basic version. And obviously, the double edit and triple edit are way better for protection or cover. So that's why I think learning the single edit first is the best way to get good at Fortnite. So yeah. Now I'm gonna do all these moves in controller. Now the first move on this list, which was 90s. And overall, this is not that hard. Moving on to the next move on this list, which is boxing up. Okay, that's not that bad. Now the next move on this list is a bit harder on controller, but it's possible still. So yeah, basically those were all the moves, and now these are moves that every basic player should know. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.